Oh, Gabriel Knight. Not to show my hand too soon, but I freaking love this game. And if you bear with me, I hope I can make you understand why. Released in 1993 by Sierra with characters created by writer Jane Jensen, it's the story of, well, Gabriel Knight, wonderfully voiced by Tim Curry. Failed mystery writer and owner of a rare bookstore in New Orleans with the help of his assistant slash researcher slash secretary Grace Nakamura, voiced by Laében-Rosén. Gabriel's researching a book on voodoo, and fittingly, there's a string of voodoo-related murders in New Orleans. That's really all the setup you need for the story. The police are convinced the voodoo trappings of the killings are all just a scare tactic, but this being a supernatural mystery type story, I think it's unnecessary to put up a spoiler alert. Also, the game is 20 years old, why did it spoil? I mean, honestly. When I tell you that, of course, there's some actual voodoo magic happening in New Orleans, and human sacrifice to boot. It's fun for everyone. So beyond the basic premise, why is it I like this game so damn much? Well, one, it's really one of the best Sierra adventure games. Managed to use the mechanics laid down by games like King's Quest 5 and 6 to tell something that's really quite rare in the realm of classic adventure games. It still has a lot of humor to it and the occasional moon logic puzzle to solve, but those puzzles are few and far between, and most of the puzzles in the game are fairly straightforward if you know how to look for clues. Just don't quit when you get to the mime. It's probably the most annoying puzzle in the game. You have to walk up to him, have him follow you through 2 screens to distract a motorcycle cop so you can find the location of the latest crime scene. It's a pain in the ass. For a simple reason. The bastard will stop following you as soon as anyone else walks near him, and then you have to do it all over again. It can be horribly annoying, so be warned. But it's really just the only puzzle in the game like that. So, what else is there? Well, for one, the voice acting is fantastic. Tim Curry does a great job as Gabriel, and is one of the reasons I find the character so damn charming. Sure, the writing doesn't hurt, but the voice acting sells the character. And really all the characters. Everything from Gabriel's lazy drawl to Grace's impatience with him and his flirting with everything in a skirt or without a skirt, or basically really anyone. And of course the police detective and Gabriel's best friend mostly, played by Mark Hamill. I know, right? Mark Hamill doing voice acting? Who'd have thunk it? Another thing I really like about this game is quite simply the graphics. It just looks great. The animation's nice and fluid, and the art design is solid, and there's just absolutely nothing I can complain about. Well, maybe the lack of facial expressions on the sprites, but if you know your history, you know that this really was as good as it got in 1993. Well, this kind of game anyway. Another thing that bears mention is the rest of the sound design in this game. So apart from looking great, the game sounds absolutely fantastic. And that's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, composed by Robert Holmes, who sadly didn't work on a whole lot more than the Gabriel Knight series, as far as I can tell. And it's a damn shame, because his music in this game is absolutely fantastic. And I know I keep saying that, but seriously, you really should go find the music, give it a listen, or even better, just play the game. Which is another thing. This game plays amazingly. Well, if you like old school adventure games anyway, if you really hate them, I'm not going to recommend this game. Because, you know, you get what you get when you get an old adventure game. That was a lot of gets. Anyway, there's really not a whole lot more I can say about this. It's an amazingly written adventure. It's plays great. It holds up amazingly well if you like a good story. And if you don't, then I'm just sorry for you. Just kidding, really. I'm sure you have more important things to do than listen to me to begin with. But it still bears repeating that if you really want a good adventure game, you don't really need to look further than Gabriel Knight's. They're just amazingly good games and hold up amazingly. Hold up great. I mean, there's a reason I'm not spoiling a whole lot here, and it's not because there's a whole lot to the story. It's because I really want you to go out, play this game, and try it for yourselves. If I give you away every single plot twist that comes up, and there's not a whole lot of them, but you know, there's the typical mysterious past, there's the hot girlfriend who may or may not be the head of a secret voodoo cult in New Orleans. and just, well, go out, play it, have fun, regret nothing. You can probably beat it in 2 or 3 hours if you have a walkthrough, but I'm actually gonna replay this game for a fourth time in just a few months, and that's pretty rare for me. I don't really replay a lot of games, so what can I say? Give it a look. Could not be more worth your time if it was made of gold. Play, have fun, and this is Panda saying, well, good night.